Hey, how are you?
Hey, not bad. How's yourself?
Good, thanks.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I could speak with the person in charge of the business.
Oh, that's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my name's Matt Dickey.
Okay.
And I'm with PenCorp, the personal compensation division of La Capitale Financial Security. I'm calling on the self-employed and mechanics about a unique program that may be available to you. My job is to explain the program, answer your questions, and leave the information with you. If you have a few moments, I could go over it now.
Oh, sorry, buddy. It's insurance. I've already got insurance.
Oh, that's great. And I'm not surprised. Obviously, you see the importance of protecting your income. Let me ask you a quick question.
Sure.
You obviously pay premiums.
Oh, yeah.
And what happens to all those premiums if you never use the benefits?
Oh, I guess they're gone.
They're probably gone, right?
Yeah, they're probably gone.
One reason many people have chosen our program, and many are switching, is the potential to save tens of thousands of premium dollars. Do you mind if I ask your age?
Yeah, I'm 42.
Okay, so what happens at the age of 65?
Yeah.
So in 23 years, we give you back every penny that you've paid minus any of your claims.
Come on.
It's called the return of premium. It's like an investment or a forced savings. Secondly, we can offer superior benefits as we specialize in your industry, customizing benefits to fit your needs and budget. We have first day to lifetime coverage. We also pay over and above or in addition to any other benefits that you're receiving. And third, it doesn't cost anything to compare. And it would be in your best interest to make sure you have the best program for the best dollar value.
Right on.
You wouldn't be opposed to doing a comparison, would you?
Oh, maybe not. You're just lucky. Just finished up here, and we'll run in there and we'll see what you got.
It might be a little warmer in there too.
Might be.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
And I'm sorry, I didn't ask your name outside.
Oh, it's Steve.
Steve, nice to meet you.
Hey.
Again, my first name is Matt.
Matt. All right.
So I appreciate you taking some time, and I'm going to get right down to the information.
Oh, let's see what you got.
Now, you had mentioned you already have insurance.
Wow. Buddy, I was giving you the gears out there, seeing if I could get rid of you, actually. So, now I got nothing, and I'm not sure quite why today's the day I decided to let you talk to me.
Okay.
But let's see what you got.
All right.
All right.
Now, Steve, I'm going to read the program so I don't add anything to it or take anything away. Our programs are designed to be flexible to fit everyone's needs. You're welcome to read the program with me.
All right.
I don't need a coffee, I'm fine, thanks.
No problem.
Being self-employed like you are,
I'm taking a break right now.
you may not realize that you're not eligible to receive the same compensation and other benefits like an employee in your industry. Because of this, when you have a disability and cannot work, your income can be cut down or stop completely. You are unlikely to receive aid of any kind. Now, Steve, how does that make you feel being self-employed and not having any coverage?
Well, I'm self-employed because I work hard. And you know what? Told you didn't have anything so far. It's been all right for all these years, so.
And you've been lucky up to this point?
Oh, lucky or?
Nothing?
You know what? I know what I'm doing out there.
Got all your digits?
Got them all.
Okay. Steve, do you know anybody who suffered a disability and couldn't work or run their business?
My buddy went down for a bit. Yeah, but yeah, he got hurt though, not at work. So, it's tough luck for him, eh?
And what happened to him?
Oh, he's playing baseball. Yeah, so. Old man slow pitch, still get hurt. He went down hard, but hey, he was off for, he was off for about 8 weeks. So, but we got together, we helped him out a bit. So, yeah,
So
it happens.
He had nothing?
No, nothing, no.
Okay.
Maybe that's why I'm letting you talk to me today. I don't know.
Maybe I can get his name from you later.
Well, his name's Doug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve, one more quick question for you. Have you taken any steps whatsoever to protect your income?
Oh yeah, I've got some savings, stuff like that, you know. Yeah, I think I'm doing all right.
Okay. And how long do you think the savings would carry you forward. Now, when you say savings, are you talking about stuff that's earmarked for the future, so retirement savings, or you mean sort of a little emergency fund?
Yeah, I've got some stuff put away.
Okay.
Yeah.
The reality is this isn't safe. Many self-employed have wondered if they could protect themselves. Since most of you have a lot of money tied up in your business, and you could possibly lose everything if you could not work. Let me show you what I mean. Now, Steve, over here we have what we call our blocks of life. So different expenses that the household or the business would have: rent, mortgage, utilities, food, insurance, vehicles, loans, credit cards, miscellaneous. Everything, of course, is paid for by your income. What is your health worth? In the next 12 months, if you have an accident or become sick and cannot work, how will you pay for your home, food, loans, utilities, car, etc.? There is a time loss injury in Canada every 27.3 seconds of every working day. 1 in 2 heart attack victims is under 65. 2 in 5 Canadians are expected to develop cancer during their lifetime. That's 45% of men and 40% of women. If we remove this income block, the whole structure falls. Obviously, as we mentioned, everything is based on your income. So Steve, in the event of a disability, what sources of income could you count on? Savings, and I know you mentioned savings before.
Yeah.
If you save 5% of your income each year, 6 months of total disability could wipe out 10 years of savings. I've been in this industry now for almost 20 years. And in my first year, I met an individual, we'll just say his name was Brian. And this guy was a drywall boarder. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so they literally have to hang on to the large sheets of drywall, put them in place, and then screw them down. So this guy was camping with his family, and they had a bicycle that they used to kind of get around the campground. So one night, he had had a couple of pops, hopped on the bike, went off to the washroom. Because it was dark, he hit a root, fell off his bike, and busted his collarbone.
Oh.
Pretty hard to hang on to sheets of drywall if you don't have this bone in place. So unfortunately, Brian had no insurance. He had too many assets, so he could not collect welfare. He basically used almost all of his RRSPs, his savings, in that 6-month period that he was off.
Wow. So
unfortunately, it does happen. And I remember this gentleman, Brian, he couldn't afford the 2-month deposit to actually take out the insurance. He was that broke. Borrow. Who's going to lend money to a disabled person? Spouse. Would a single income be enough to pay for the expenses currently covered by 2 incomes? Would your spouse be forced to take time off work to care for you? And liquidate assets. Can you get a fair market price when you are forced to liquidate? Normally not.
No, yeah, you're right.
Okay? So those are some of the ways that people feel they can handle a disability if they don't have insurance. Unfortunately, they usually don't work very well. So Steve, the most valuable asset you own is not your home, not your vehicles, not your savings. It's your ability to earn an income for yourself and your family month after month and year after year. Is that a fair statement?
No, that's fair.
Okay. So Steve, fortunately plans have been designed and are available for qualified people. And I will show you illustrations that will demonstrate how the programs work and answer any questions. Just so there is no misunderstanding, it is not anything that I have the authority to approve for you, nor is it something you can be assured of getting. But if it fits your needs and you qualify, great. If not, you are still entitled to know about it. Let's take a closer look at the many benefits offered by our programs. So Steve, this is our lifetime accident compensation program. You are protected on or off the job 24 hours a day. This lifetime accident coverage means that La Capitale will pay you up to $4,000 tax-free per month from the first day you are injured and unable to work. You will receive this benefit for any covered accident for as long as you cannot work, even if it means for your entire lifetime. Now, I didn't ask you before, I could guess, but how old are you roughly?
42.
Okay, you look a lot older than that.
Well, I work my ass off.
Okay. So,
But go ahead, Matt. You're strike one.
okay, Steve, if you can qualify, here is what lifetime disability income means to you. Sorry, I know I'm covering up the page, but
Oh, that's
I'll
fine.
move
Go
my
ahead.
hand here. So lifetime, this is our lifetime income chart.
Yeah.
Roughly at age, I guess the closest we can get is 40.
Yeah.
Make you a little younger for today. Your life expectancy as a 40-year-old is roughly another 42 years. The total benefit amount you could receive tax-free if you suffered a permanent disability, if we paid you even $1,000 per month, and I understand that's a very basic benefit, but something's better than nothing. Over that 42 years, we would pay you roughly $400,000 tax-free dollars. If we paid you $2,000 per month, again, over that 42-year period, we would potentially pay you over $800,000 tax-free. Now, the point of this chart is to demonstrate that most people do not have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in a bank account to draw from should they suffer a permanent disability. Having our policy is essentially the safety net that does the same thing. I'll continue on with the actual program or the coverage. The program does provide lifetime sickness coverage as well. It is optional and if you qualify. In the event you suffer from any covered sickness, you will receive up to $4,000 per month. La Capitale will pay you this cash benefit from the first day or from a selected waiting period for as long as you cannot work, even if it means for your entire lifetime. So a waiting period, we will pay you day one. So that means even if it's something minor, and I'm sure you wouldn't take time off for a cold or the flu.
No.
But technically, if you had first day sickness coverage, we have to pay you for every single day that you're off. Or you can have a waiting period, which means maybe 15 days goes by, 30 days goes by, and then we start to pay you. So it's kind of like a deductible. The longer you wait, the lower your premium. Okay? It's like self-insuring. Non-integration. La Capitale Insurance Company pays your full benefit regardless of any other benefits you receive. Your disability benefits may be tax-free. Rate guarantee. Your premiums will not increase due to the number of claims you make. Waiver of premium. If you are disabled for 6 months or more, you will never have to pay into this program as long as you are disabled. When you get well and are able to go back to work, you merely pick up where you left off. No back payments or assessments are required. And claims. With this plan, if you are disabled for 1, 3, or 5 days, you are paid for 1, 3, or 5 days. Your own medical doctor, osteopath, or chiropractor will certify and report on how long you have been disabled and unable to work. Accidental death coverage is also included. If you are killed or die within 1 year of any accident on or off the job, your accidental death coverage will pay your beneficiary up to $25,000. La Capitale also offers our optional return of premium rider. This is what I talked about outside when you were working on the car. You can receive up to 100% of your premiums back minus claims. So let me just give you a little more information on that. So again, this is called our return of premium. I asked your age before, you're 42. So what happens is, at the age of 65, we return 100% of all the premiums that you've paid minus or less any claims. It's kind of like a savings plan.
How are you doing that?
Well, obviously, the company uses your premiums.
Right?
We hope that people don't need to make claims. They, of course, will make a return. The company makes a return on the investments that they make, and that way they can give you every penny that you've paid minus any claims. And for you, that takes place at age 65. So really, it's like a return of an investment return. It's like a retirement bonus. Okay, it's almost like a forced savings.
Yeah.
Now, it is optional. Obviously, Steve, we can't give this to people for free. So,
You spelled optional wrong.
optional. No, that's correct there, Steve.
It's an E.
Yep. Okay. 55%. So to give you an example,
Yeah.
if the cost of insurance, let's say this program was $1,000 a year,
Yeah.
that's what it would cost your business. And you said to me, well, I like the idea of the return of premium, it would now go to $1,550 a year. But you get every penny back. So the 1,000
Yeah.
plus
This
the
too.
extra, it all comes back minus any claims. Okay, we'll talk about this a little more in a couple minutes, and obviously I'll show you some pricing. One other thing I will let you know quickly, there is an accidental death benefit as well. So let's say you paid into this program for 10 years and something happened and you passed away. 50% of what you had paid in, so your premiums, would go back to your beneficiary.
Oh.
If you had it for 15 years, 75% would go back, and obviously at 20 years, your family or beneficiary would get back all of the premiums that you had paid. Okay, so I'll just set that there for you. Any questions about that at all?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll have some later.
You
That's
look like
all
you
right.
have a question.
No, let's keep going.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep going.
So the return of premium, which I just explained, this is something that has been around for a long time. And I'm just going to give you some information here. Since introducing the return of premium over 20 years ago, thousands of La Capitale clients from across Canada have included this option with their coverage. In 2015 alone, over 2,700 of these clients received ROP refund checks of their premiums, totaling more than $36 million. So just last year, we returned, usually by hand, $36 million to our clients. And that's obviously their premiums or their money. And that's just simply because they stayed with us for that long period of time, 20 years. La Capitale clients will be receiving ROP refund checks totaling in 2016, so obviously this year, $39 million. Next year, $43 million. And in 2018, $45 million. And it just goes up. So in 4 years, we're giving our clients back $163 million of their premiums.
I think this is something my buddy Donnie at Ball was talking about, something he gets money back. A couple years ago he mentioned this. It might be the same thing.
What does he do?
Who?
Donnie.
Donnie. Oh, he's a dump truck operator.
Self-employed?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be a client. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk a little more about this in a couple minutes. So Steve, as a self-employed person, you will be able to apply for a percentage of current income. The cost of personal compensation will depend upon the plan you select and qualify for. And there are a variety of options based on what best fits your needs. Before I explain, just a few quick words about the company. The company underwriting this program is La Capitale Financial Security, with our head office located in Mississauga. We are a member of the La Capitale Financial Group, which is based in Quebec City, and we have been licensed in Canada since 1940. So Steve, I'm just going to give you a little more information on the company. This is our toll-free service line, and it gives our clients immediate access for all inquiries. And just to outline a few more details for you. there's a turn here. La Capitale Financial Security has grown to become one of Canada's leading specialty disability insurance companies, and we focus on the income protection needs of the self-employed, small business owners, and qualified individuals in skilled trades and blue-collar occupations. La Cap has branch offices and field representatives all across Canada. From coast to coast, thousands of Canadians depend on us for customized insurance protection. And again, La Capitale maintains a strong financial position. We manage assets of over $460 million, and we serve over 100,000 policyholders. Every month, we pay benefits in excess of $2 million to our clients. Now that $2 million is paid to our Canadian policyholders who are hurt or sick and cannot work.
So this company's in Canada? Canadian company?
Yes, we are a Canadian company.
All right.
As I say, the head office is in Quebec City, but the PenCorp head office is in Mississauga.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah.
Let me just give you an example of an actual claim. So this is a person that I dealt with years ago, as I mentioned before. It's coming up on 20 years. So this person has been on claim for quite a long time. He was 50 years old when he suffered a permanent and total disability. So as you can see, we've taken out the important information. About the only thing you can see here is that he still lives in London, and he did at the time of the accident.
Yeah.
So this gentleman was a trim carpenter. Obviously worked with his hands just like you do. And at the age of 50, he fell into a basement. So it was a finished floor. The cement floor had been completed, but the railing hadn't been put up. And unfortunately, he fell into the basement, basically landed on the back of his head, back of his neck. And his injuries were so severe, he'll never work again. Okay, so we'll pay these benefits to him and his family for as long as he lives. Now I'm just going to point out a couple of things here. This check was for $5,000. Okay, normally he would collect $2,500 every month. You can see that this check was dated at the end of November.
Yep.
The benefits were paid in advance due to the holiday season. So they actually made sure that he was going to have the money for the holidays, just because of, you know, interruptions, companies closed, people off work, so they wanted to make sure that he was taken care of.
That was nice.
Okay. A few more pieces of information. We are members of the Canadian Life and Health Insurance Association. Now, every insurance company in Canada must belong to this organization, and they are like the police of the insurance industry. So Steve, they make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We also belong to Assurus, and Assurus is a consumer protection agency. They guarantee that if you have a legitimate claim with your insurance company, even if that company goes out of business, you'll still get paid. So it's like insurance for the insurance company. Okay, any questions so far? I know you have probably a couple questions, but that's coming. We'll get to the premiums in just a minute. So again, I'm going to leave that for you, and I will give you my card as well. You want another coffee?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so there's my card there. Now, Steve, the best way to determine your needs is to assess your personal financial situation. Have you ever completed a needs analysis?
What?
Okay, good answer. This will give us a good picture, and the more accurate you are, the better recommendations we can give. A needs analysis means that we basically just sort of take a snapshot, take a look at what your needs are, the needs of your family.
Oh, if I was going to get this stuff.
Yeah, well, what it does is it allows us to give you, it allows me to give you some suggestions in terms of coverage, because obviously I don't know how much insurance you may or may not need. So very quickly, this just gives us a better idea, so you know how much insurance you technically should have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I need anything.
It's not painful, trust me. This is a pretty simple process, okay?
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hey,
Tell Dickie his car's ready at 3. All right. Yeah, give him a call. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, I know you got to keep working.
Oh, yeah, I got some.
Yeah.
Gotta make the money.
Again, I appreciate the time.
Not a problem.
I'll try to hurry this along.
No problem.
Okay. So your name is Steve. And what's your last name, Steve?
That's Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah. Wilson Auto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
That is.
It's not 2 L's? Okay.
Yeah.
So again, these are just very general numbers. They don't have to be specific, don't have to be to the dollar. What would you say on average? Obviously, I know business is going to differ. What would you say on average your income would be? Ballpark.
What, a year?
Per month.
Oh, I pay myself $6 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make
Jesus.
sure. Well, you know, sometimes you don't want to pay tax.
Yeah. No, about 6 is.
And I know I haven't asked you this, but do you have a spouse?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And does she work?
Yeah.
Okay. And what would her income be, roughly?
Depends on tips and stuff.
Okay. Just ballpark.
She might make 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we say 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So your spouse roughly would make $3,000 a month. So obviously, in terms of total monthly income, if you're both healthy, roughly $9,000 a month.
That's fair.
Okay. So now what we're going to look at are your estimated, again, roughly monthly expenses. So what would you say for rent or mortgage? Now this is not necessarily the business. This is more personal.
Okay. Well, the mortgage, we're about $1,500 a month, $1,600 a month, something
Okay.
like that.
And electricity, heating, phone, taxes. I know we're taking quite a few and lumping them together.
Yeah.
But even if we break it down, so if we were to look at essentially utilities, so electricity, heating, what do you think that's going to run you per month
Yeah, you're probably looking at what, a month, everything? I don't know, maybe $600.
for all that?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, and I would say that's pretty accurate.
Everything in there, I guess, yeah.
Yep, I'm right with you. Food? You have kids?
Yeah, we got 2. She buys the groceries, so I don't know what the hell she spends.
I mean, do you think you spend $100 a week?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, easy.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Insurance. So if you're paying insurance, obviously, for the business, so you'd have, I would think, property insurance, you'd have general liability insurance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got all that. Yeah.
So what do you think that's going to run you per month?
Per month?
Yeah. You have life insurance?
No.
Okay.
No. About $400, $500
Okay.
for the business.
All right. Well, we'll put 400 down.
Yeah.
And then how about loans or credit cards? Do you carry a balance? Okay.
Nothing.
Excellent. Good for you.
No.
Vehicles?
Own them.
Okay. So we don't owe, and your wife as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
These get used, I fix them up, get them on the road.
I understand. And then miscellaneous. So, you know, entertainment, if you had a vacation fund, if you had an emergency fund,
Vacation.
if you're trying to put money away for the future, do you have a miscellaneous?
Yeah, I try to throw at least, probably, trying to put away about $150 a week.
A week.
In the stash, yeah.
Okay, so about 600?
600, yeah, that's about right.
Okay. Okay, so maybe we'll just do this together, just so that we know it's correct. So we're 1,000 there.
Yeah,
We're 2,000,
yeah.
so 3,500.
Adds up quick.
That sounds fair. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's expenses, all right? So monthly income need, whether you're working or you're not, that's still going to be coming out. Okay?
Yeah.
So Steve, in the event of a disability, what sources of monthly income could you count on? Well, you're self-employed, so employment insurance or group insurance, nothing there.
No.
Okay. Personal insurance, we already know that there's nothing there. Spouse or other income. You don't have, I didn't ask you before, but do you have any rental income? No. Okay. So obviously if you were disabled, your spouse would continue to work. we think, we hope.
Yeah.
Now, the Canada pension has a disability benefit. You need to be off for 120 days. It needs to be a prolonged and severe disability, okay? And you have to apply to collect it. So it's not always a guarantee.
That's the government. You gotta be half dead.
Are you paying into CPP? As a self-employed person, is that
I think
something
it
that
comes
you
off the
opted
end of the
in?
year, my taxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just to give you an idea, usually anywhere from about $900 a month to $1,200 roughly is what you could potentially collect from CPP if you qualified.
Yeah.
Okay. So I like to usually put down roughly about $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we have here is we know that there's going to be about $4,000 a month coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, and your need is $3,500.
Yeah. At
So
least.
you think that's accurate, or do you think that's kind of low?
Well, you just wanted the personal.
Yeah, then
I
we.
gotta turn the lights on here yet.
That's a good
too,
point. Do you have employees?
I got two of them.
Okay, so it would be
Yeah.
pretty important to make sure that
Gotta
they
turn the
could
lights on.
continue working.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we were to add in some of the business expenses,
Yeah.
what are we for rent or mortgage?
Well, you can take that and double it.
Okay,
That's easy.
okay.
Take the whole works and double it.
Oh, everything.
Oh, sure, yeah. Put the lights on here and the hoist,
Okay.
everything else going on.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
So now we're up to about 7,000?
Yeah. You just made that look pretty.
Yep. Well, we started. We tried anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need $7,000 coming in. That's for personal and for the business.
Yeah.
And we know that you'd have about $4,000 coming in even if you were disabled.
Yeah.
So obviously the difference between those two is $3,000. Okay, so obviously your monthly income need of 7, subtract the 4, gives us additional needs of 3,000. Okay, Steve, so now that we've finished the needs analysis, it allows me to give you some prices, give you some recommendations. Before, when we talked about the insurance coverage, I mentioned that sickness is an option. It's something that can be added to the program
Yeah.
if it's a concern. Do you feel sickness is something that's important?
I've been not really healthier than a horse, man. Never been sick. If you get sick, you go to work, and I've been lucky. My parents are still alive, so
Okay.
knock on wood.
Okay.
Got some good genes there.
Well, I'll give you some information on accident coverage. And just so you know, sickness can be added at any time.
Okay.
Obviously, you have to qualify for it.
Yeah, let's just keep it simple. All right?
Okay. So this is the same information that we just read through a few pages back. So right here, Steve, this is the coverage that we went through, and I'm just going to highlight a few key points, and then I'll give you some numbers.
Perfect.
And again, I do really appreciate your time. So this program, Steve, would provide $1,500 per month, and that is in the event of an accident.
Okay.
The benefits are paid immediately from the first day, and they're paid for your entire lifetime, if necessary.
Yep.
I do like people to know, after age 65, this benefit would go to $750 per month. Okay, and that's normally because the benefits continue for as long as you live, but the pensions obviously kick in at that age.
Good.
$750 per month is also included. Now this is for a partial disability, so it pays half of the regular benefit. And that's a light duty benefit, so you're still hands-on, you are still working.
All right.
The accidental death or dismemberment benefit is included. So dismemberment would be loss of a hand, an arm, foot, leg, eyesight, anything like that.
Okay.
Okay, and that's a lump sum payment, and then your benefits are also paid over and above. This benefit starts at $5,000 in the first year. It goes up every year by $5,000, and then it maxes out at $25,000. So it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,000, but your premiums stay the same.
Okay.
La Capitale pays your full benefit regardless of any other benefits you receive, including benefits paid by your workers' compensation board. I don't imagine you pay comp on yourself.
No, the guys have to.
Yep, and you don't have to. It's obviously voluntary. Okay. So these bold-faced numbers, Steve, they show what we would pay you every month in the event of a total disability. And again, that's because of an injury or an accident. Partial disability is also included, and that is always half of the regular benefit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the accidental death or dismemberment benefit. So, Steve, all the programs read across the page.
Okay.
Our programs are guaranteed renewable. I'm just going to highlight some things here. La Capitale will renew your coverage up to age 65, regardless of any change in your health or the number of claims you have made, as long as you continue to pay your premium. After age 65, La Capitale will renew your coverage for as long as you continue working full-time in an approved occupation. And no change may be made in your premium unless the same change is applied to all persons in the same original insuring age, occupational classification, and gender living in your province. And just a few important features here. 90% of claims are settled within 7 days. Benefits are available first day to lifetime. No taxes are withheld, so they're tax-free. You do choose your own physician or chiropractor. There are no benefit limits for soft tissue injuries or back injuries or sprains or strains. And the company cannot cancel coverage because of your claims history. 24 hours a day, on or off the job, every day of the year, anywhere in North America. Up to this point, do you have any questions?
No, it looks good, but
I'm sure.
the more you're explaining this, more pricier it's sounding.
Okay, well.
I heard this stuff's pretty expensive.
I won't make you wait any longer.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll give you some numbers.
Perfect.
And I appreciate you going through and giving me this information. It now really allows us to determine what kind of insurance potentially you would need. So we'll take these numbers, and obviously I'll write down some prices for you.
Perfect.
So you mentioned your wife earlier and her job. What does she do?
The wife?
Yeah, your spouse, your wife.
Oh, she works at Tony's Eatery.
So Steve, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide you with prices for 3 different programs just to start.
Yeah.
B, C, and D. So the first premium that I'm going to put down is the monthly cost. So this is what it would cost your business. And I should let you know as well that if the premium is paid once a year, we have a lot of clients that do like to pay annually.
Yeah.
There's actually an 8% savings. So you save almost 1 month.
All right.
As I say, it's pretty popular. How old are your kids?
The 2 girls. Yeah, we got them at 14 and 16.
Huh.
Yeah.
Some teenagers.
Yeah.
Okay. And how's that going for you?
Oh, it's every day is a new day, my friend.
You have hair under that hat?
Not much, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got-
You know what they say about raising girls, eh?
No. What do they say about
Better not tell you.
raising
You got
girls?
any kids yourself?
Yeah, I have 2 boys actually.
Really?
Yep.
Here, hold on. Hey. Yeah, call that Pacelli. Make sure he pays that bill today. Yeah, he's overdue for those tires. Ah, jeez. Hey, sorry.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest issues with being self-employed is getting people to pay you.
Yeah, some are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, some are good. Some just, they're busy, they forget.
That guy sounds Italian.
Oh,
Pacelli?
He's cash all the way. Too,
Yeah. Yeah, the Italians, they're trouble.
They're cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you okay with cash?
Are you the government?
No. I just.
Oh, I'm fine with cash. Cash is king.
I like cash. Yeah.
Cash is king.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I got one more number here. I got to concentrate a little bit here, Steve, because I can't do 2 things at once.
That's
so
fine.
make sure I give you the right numbers. So the girls, they are in what grade?
They're in grade 12 and grade 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are they a handful, or are they?
No,
they're pretty good. They're good girls.
Kids.
Yeah.
They're good kids.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What about your wife?
She's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not involved in the business at all.
God, no.
Okay.
No. Girls help me out on the weekends. They'll clean shop out, sweep and stuff. But
Oh yeah.
we don't let Mama in here.
Okay.
No. No. She's better off looking after the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
And does she work 40 hours?
Yeah, it depends on
Normally?
the week. Yeah, it depends on the week. So far, I've been able to make enough here that she's able to work pretty flexible. So.
Gotcha. Now, Steve, what I've done here is I've priced out programs B, C, and D. So I'll just explain these numbers. So Plan B would pay you $1,500 per month in the event of an injury or an accident and you were totally disabled. And that would cost the business $101.86 per month. If it was paid yearly, again with the 8% savings, it's $1131.75 per year. Okay, so as I mentioned before, you're pretty much saving 1 month's premium. Plan C would pay you $2,000 per month, and that would cost the business $134.28 per month, or $14.92 a year with the discount. Plan D, which pays $3,000 a month, would cost the business $192.64 per month, or $2212.50 per year, again with the discount.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about the return of premium, and that was the investment, the retirement bonus, the
Yeah.
forced savings, whatever you want to call it.
That's you pay the extra for that.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the return of premium
Yeah.
is an additional 55%. Now I do let everybody know a couple things about this. First of all, there's an administrative fee. It's a $65 fee. That goes to the company every year. So with the return of premium,
Yeah.
we don't get that back. Not a big deal, but again, just so you know.
Yep.
And if it's paid monthly, there is an 8% cost. So it's a banking fee. That 8% does not come back through the return of premium as well.
Okay.
If it's paid monthly, or yearly I should say, or every 6 months, there's no 8%, so you get it all back,
Okay.
except for the 65. Okay, just to be upfront there. So what I did was, at the $2,000 a month program, the cost of insurance is $134 per month.
Yeah.
If the return of premium, so the savings, if this was added to the program,
Yeah.
basically the cost goes up by roughly 50%.
Double it. Yeah.
Yeah, so now we're up to $210.92 per month. That means that everything comes back. Okay?
That's all my money back.
Less the
Less that,
8%.
yeah, whatever
Yes.
we pay
Yeah,
out there.
absolutely.
So like around $50 a week.
Correct. Yeah, and the return of premium for you, because you're 42, it's basically a 23-year savings. Okay? All right, just the last part here, Steve. This is how the program works. When we fill out a pre-qualifying application, your medical history freezes. The company may choose to investigate your medical history. If you qualify, you are protected under this program. Your initial premium deposit guarantees that as long as you qualify, the company is obligated to pay your benefits. If for whatever reason your past medical history shows that you cannot qualify, the company will refund all your paid to date premiums. That's fair, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's one other thing I like to show people. If you are not satisfied with the policy, return it within 10 days and your premium will be fully refunded. As well, in the event the application is declined, the amount indicated in your conditional receipt will be refunded in full by the company. Now, Steve, the only thing I don't know is what you would want as a minimum level of income protection per month if you were not able to work for the next 6 months or longer.
I'm pretty comfortable with that one there for the 50 a week, $200. I get all my money back. That's my money back, right?
That's with the return of
Return
premium.
of the premium.
Correct.
Yeah. I like that one. I like that right there.
And that is a very popular choice. Just so you know as well, you can make changes as time goes on. So you could increase your benefits if you felt you
I
needed
can
to.
change it if I need to.
You could, because obviously the needs analysis showed that the shortfall or the need is about 3,000, but of course something's better than nothing.
Well,
so
no,
it's a good starting point,
Keeps our head above water,
and it's affordable.
and that'll work for us, I think.
Okay.
And the wife may want more, but let's stick with that for now.
Okay. Well, before we go any further, let's go through the application and see if you can qualify.
Sure. What you got?